When you first loaded up Apex, did you find it overwhelming? All sorts of turned around trying to figure things out?
I have no idea what's going on.
I've had a lot of friends trying out Apex for the first time recently and figured, hey, why not put a simple guide out there? So here is 5 simple tips that may help smooth the Apex experience over for you when you're first starting out, that I wish I knew when I first began. The shield swap. You've probably noticed in Apex that it can be a pain in the ass to kill an opponent, and some of them don't even have the same shield colors. You're wondering, why is it taking more than a mag to kill someone? Well, this isn't Call of Duty for starters.
On 3, we're gonna take out those gunners by the barn.
I don't see him!
Use your radar.
No, not us!
Look where I'm looking.
Oh!
But on this game, depending on the shield you have, it can take some more time to kill someone, especially if they do the tactic called shield swapping, bringing us to one of the most useful tactics in the game. The concept of shield swapping is easy and could save your life in a tight situation. All you have to do is have another shield around to switch if yours gets low, whether it's from a death box of an enemy you just killed or one that's in the area close to you. Now, even if the shield is a lower level than your current one, it can be a matter of life and death if you're getting pushed where you don't have the proper time to re-shield up. After all, Apex is all about the third party. You fight a team, usually to have another team roll up on you just as you're finishing or even in mid-fight. If you look at the shield cells and batteries, it'll show you how long it takes to heal with one. But if you have an enemy in your face, watch the difference on the switching.
She's just healing.
Same. How much faster it was to swap, then of course you managed to win the fight. You can always swap back to your original shield if you'd like to, but honestly, it depends on how many heals you have and how much of a difference on levels of those shields they really are. So if you had a blue and you switched it out for a white, it's probably not going to make the biggest difference, honestly, because you can level it up just like that. Number 2, play your teammate's knockdown shield for cover. When a teammate falls in a fight, it can put you in a tight spot. However, with the help of their handy knockdown shield, you can use that to your advantage, and should. Once a teammate goes down, use their knockdown shield as cover for yourself during the fight, mixing in a series of bobs and weaves as you want to keep the enemy guessing on when you're going to pop up versus not. It can act as a nice head glitch and even save you from taking a full shot from an enemy. The rule of thumb on whether to do this tactic or not is, let's say that you're the one that's going down and you're trying to help your teammate. If your teammate is closer to you compared to the enemy, use your shield to give them cover and provide a nice head glitch in the fight. However, if the enemy is closer to you compared to your teammate, even if they're trying to thirst you and finish the kill, it's best to keep your shield down so you're not helping the enemy in fighting your teammate. Give your teammate a better chance of winning that. Besides, if they recover your banner after winning that fight, they can always res you back. Number 3, if you have the heals, don't be afraid to play the Storm. Being someone who came over from Warzone,
Guilty.
it's instilled into someone's mind, oh shit, the storm is coming, we gotta go, it's going to kill us. In Apex, that's not the case. You can comfortably play the storm for quite some time as long as you have the proper heals and time them accordingly for the first 2 zones. Once that 3rd zone rolls around, you might want to be out by then, as it really starts eating away at your health noticeably fast. After all, the game gives you a heat shields to help you playing the gas as well. It's not just for looks, utilize it, they're very good and valuable. Number 4, popular lingo all Apex players use. Flesh means when they literally have no shield, they're pretty close to being down. Popping a bat means your teammate is using a shield battery, which takes 5 seconds to do. Bubbling means your Gibby, the Legend Gibraltar, is placing his tactical bubble shield down. Ulting means your teammate is calling in their ultimate ability. Ratting, usually a strategy one does when they're last alive or you're a teammate down, typically used in ranked more than pubs. Obviously, there is a lot more terms to use, but that would take way too long to cover in this video. So feel free to drop comments if you have Apex terms you've heard and you're not quite sure what they mean. I'm sure you'll get an answer for them. After all, this game helps if you have the knowledge and the callouts necessary to help you make plays. It's a very, very heavy team-based game. Know the callouts to keep yourself alive and your team. It'll get you a lot farther in the game.
It's good to know.
And finally, number 5, knowing how good and vital the firing range really is. When you first load up a game, you typically don't want to go to training or tutorial. That's boring, we all know that.
I want to be out on the street where the action is.
We want to jump in head first and get our feet wet, see what the game is all about. Well, that's fine and all, but as you saw, there can be a lot of guns, attachments, abilities, etc. That can be a lot to learn, leaving you with lots of questions. So do yourself a favor, whether it's just you or some friends you're running with before dropping into a match, go to the firing range and test some things out. Or even if you have some idea of how things are working, warm up with some target practice. I do this myself, just for 5 to 7 minutes, then I'll drop into a public match to get some combat experience for the day. Then usually I'll roll into some rank. It's part of my routine. Everything is lined out for you in the firing range, which gives you a description of what things do, and you can literally test out every gun that's playable in the game. So that's the video. I know you wanted it to be much longer, but instead of listening to me all day, which I appreciate, feel free to go get some reps in on Apex. Hopefully this video helps shine a light on some things you didn't know, helping you in this journey. Or you can send this to someone you know who still needs to figure things out in the game still, and honestly could help you in the long run too if they know what they're doing, right? So thanks for watching. I wasn't able to cover everything, so if you want more tips, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. If you're curious on anything particular, feel free to drop those comments, as I do read all comments. And as always, make sure to take care of yourself, have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video.